Hey everybody, what's going on? Another Photoshop CS6 tutorial, and I'm your host, Buddy Blackford. And have you ever tried to use these selection tools and they were pretty much not working out in your favor? All the edges were jaggedy and you can't get a good selection going on, but you basically have the whole thing selected. You got what you want selected, but it's kind of like crappy. So I'm going to show you how to fix that, and we're going to be using this refine edge button that you can find in like all your selection tools. So what I got over here is this this thing at the beach. It's probably like a lifeguard station, I bet, but I have made a selection on it, and I used the quick selection tool along with the magnetic lasso tool to make a selection. And if you look, if I zoom in to around here, you can see that it's kind of like bumpy, and up here it's not that great. It's like jaggedy and stuff like that and wavy. And that's not what I want. I want it to be nice and smooth and clean. So let's go up here to the Refine Edge button and click. You can find the Refine Edge button on basically any selection tool. It's always going to be up there where you make the dancing ants or whatever, those kind of selection tools. So the dancing ants are these lines. That's what they're called. I don't know why they call them that. It's kind of funny though. Refine Edge. So then we get to this screen. When you have the Refine Edge pop-up menu open, you're allowed to use your hand tool and allowed to use the zoom tool as well. So like this. So that's pretty handy, and I like that about the tool. We've got a few different view modes here. We've got what we originally had, which was the marching ants. I said dancing ants, didn't I? Huh, where did I come up with that? Alright. We've got overlay, which just overlays it over a red background. Black, white, black on white, and then over top of your layers that you have. So if I can't do that, but if it's over top of the layers, then you can view the layers, and then you got your reveal layer. So I'm just going to stay with the marching ants so we can see how the selection changes off. So we got two buttons over here. We got Show Original, which is just going to show it with your original selection. Then we got Show Radius. If you click on Show Radius, nothing's going to happen for you in any of these modes right now. What you have to do is start using this edge detection. And if I move this radius up, you're gonna see that the radius is moved. And this radius here gives like a little tolerance kind of to the to your selection. And I pretty much have everything selected the way I want it to. I don't need a radius, so I'm gonna put this down to 0. I'm gonna uncheck Show Radius. So you got Smart Radius here. Oops. You got Smart Radius here, and when you click that, it pretty much automatically puts on like the best radius that it thinks it should have. So if I click on that, now it's gonna give me like the best radius that it thinks I should have. Not much is changing when I click on it, so I'm not too worried about it. If I go to Show Radius, it pretty much thinks I don't really need one, so we should be good. Now this is where we can start adjusting things. Right here in this Adjust Edge section. We've got a Smooth button right here, and that basically smooths out the edges. So let's increase that. So here's what you want to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on this area right here, all the way up to that like little roof. And on top of the roof, you can see how the top of the roof is jaggedy. So keep an eye on that. And I'm going to increase my Smooth. Let's increase it to 50%, which might be a little too much. So I increased it to 20, and it's kind of decent. Feather here creates like a feather. It's new in CS6, so yeah, I don't know. It creates like a soft edge. So if I mess with that, it's gonna push out my selection and make like a feathered edge, which I don't want on this. Contrast sharpens the image, or sharpens the selection, so it removes fuzziness. So if I put that up a decent amount, it's going to start sharpening the corner. So I got it at 100. This is 100, and then this is 0. I'm going to put it up to 100. We got our shift edge, which moves the edge, moves the selection outwards or inwards. And I can see that my selection is on the inside of this object, so I want to shift it outwards. Kind of like what the grow button does. So 100% looks like it's doing good. It's going to capture everything, and it looks like it's going to get some of the outside. But that's okay when we get some of the outside, because of this next section down here called output. And this checkbox here called decontaminate colors helps take away the background bleed off of your object. So if I click on that, you can notice that in some areas, let me see if last time I was working on it, it did it up here a lot. So let's increase that. Trying to see if it does it anywhere. Let's turn this up. There must not be too much bleed on this anymore. It changes the color a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it. Where did I just see the colors get changed? If I bring this down to 0. Well, they're not getting changed too much. Well, usually this takes the background color off, but we aren't getting too much background color on here. Maybe I have my shift up too high. Let's check that. No, that wasn't the problem. I'm not getting too much background color anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. What it does is pretty much removes the background color around the edge by the percentage amount you have down here in the slider. Then down in the output too, we got a few different selections here. New layer will just create a new layer with your selected. Layer mask will create a layer mask for you. We haven't gone over those yet. Selection will just keep your selection, and then you got some other things here like new document, and then some new layers with masks and everything like that. Then the option to remember your settings if you ever needed to do that again. So I'm just going to go to new layer, I'm going to hit OK, and now what we have here is this cutout. Let me hold Z and back off, and now we've got this thing cut out, and it's fairly decent. Oops, I don't want that. Fairly decent looking. So that's how you use the refine edge. So use that for your selection tool. Make things a lot nicer. Oh man, it just started pouring cats and dogs outside. It was just like super hot and super muggy out, and all of a sudden it just started raining really hard. So hopefully it doesn't really thunderstorm too much, and hopefully, because sometimes when it lightnings, my computer like just turns off. But I do have it on a power strip, so I'm not too worried about it. So thanks for watching this one. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a subscribe click if you guys want to see more. So see you guys later. Have a good one.